Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to Beyond the Veil. I am Adina. I'm so grateful that you guys are here. First and foremost, I'm giving you something that you can feel. I'm giving you Eartha Kits and Boomerang Magas. Yes. And if you're wondering about the sensation of the nation on my lip, I am wearing another Gothic Hippies lippies. If you guys watch any of my videos from yesterday, then you guys know that I am supporting one of my subscribers' Black female business. It is her and her sister-in-law who are running Gothic Hippies. They sent me these cute lippies to try. Yesterday I wore Voodoo, which I absolutely adore. Today I am wearing Caliente. I actually would like to see this color on a lighter skin tone rather than mine. I still love the product. Like I mentioned, I like how silky smooth it feels when you're putting it on your lips. It just feels so smooth and silky. And when it dries, you don't really feel like it tightening. It doesn't feather. I wore it all day yesterday after my videos, and then I reapplied it when I did my live for my members last night. You guys are really missing out if you're not a member because the lives are lit. But anyways, and there was no feathering. I had to wash it off when I brushed my teeth and washed my face this morning because the color was still there. It does dry to matte, which I absolutely love. I like matte lipsticks. And so like I mentioned, this is Caliente. Yesterday I was wearing Voodoo. And in any of the readings that I did yesterday in the comments, I put their website and the discount code for these two particular lippies, and in the video that I'm doing today I will do the same in the comments. So shout out to Tiara and her sister-in-law, I believe Anna maybe, over at Gothic Hippies. And are you guys going to the dance party with Beyonce? So Beyonce announced her second Reich, the Cowboy Carter tour. And I just want to take a look and see how that's, what the energy is surrounding Beyonce as she rolls out her tour, and what that tour is going to, what it's going to do, how it's going to perform, what it's going to be like for those of you who are going. I really didn't care to do a reading on this topic, but I thought, I needed an excuse to show off Caliente from Gothic Hippies, whose website and information is in the comments. And, I wanted to give you guys some content. Some people, some of you might be going. So let's see. Most High Mother and Father God, please allow me to, thank you for this day. Thank you for this gift. Thank you for YouTube. Thank you for everyone who joins me on it. Please allow me to conjure up the spirit, the soul of Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter. Dance party with Beyonce. That's obviously what this video is going to be called. Dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter. Sistren. You smell nice. She smells like something with honey in it. Honey. I smell honey. I know she uses a lot of honey in her rituals, her day-to-day rituals. Beyonce, now that you are rolling out your Cowboy Carter 2, what is the energy surrounding you as you prepare for your tour? And Spirit, please allow me to see what the tour is going to look like, how it's going to do, what's going to be the outcome of Beyonce and her Cowboy Carter tour. Her Cowboy Carter tour. What's the energy surrounding this tour, and how's Beyonce? What's the energy surrounding Beyonce as it relates to the tour? I think not everybody in Beyonce's camp is in agreement with her rolling out this tour. And that's just what this is. I think some people probably feel like people on social media, the reception isn't as celebratory as they thought. I think that Beyonce feels like the response, the overall response to her rolling out her tour is underwhelming. I think she feels that way. And again, I feel like not everyone in her camp or in her close circle or in her circle or advisors or the people that she confides in and allows to confide in her or advise her in some way, I think, like I mentioned, not everybody thinks that this is a good look right now. I think maybe even Jay-Z and Beyonce aren't seeing eye to eye on rolling out this tour. Something is going on between the two of them. Obviously, because Jay-Z has a lot of court stuff going on, even though it's been, overshadowed by everything going on in the world right now. And I don't know if just that alone or that and other things has come between them. I don't think that they're a partnership or a unit like they used to be personally behind the scenes. And I do kind of feel like maybe even Jay-Z is like, Beyonce, what are you doing? Or maybe Beyonce is the one who feels like, I don't really want to roll this out right now, but Jay-Z maybe is pushing for it. One or the other. I'll clarify. I think that Jay-Z one of them I believe that Jay-Z maybe feels like she shouldn't do this tour for one, the climate, the social climate, the environment, and the world. Not just for him, but everything else. But I also think he's thinking of it like that album didn't even do good enough for you to invest in a tour. I feel like this is Jay-Z who feels like she shouldn't do this. And I feel like the reason that Jay-Z and maybe others are pushing to her is the sales, because I think that's all Beyonce thinks in numbers. Like, the social climate be damned. I'll worry about the people and get them coming. So people are having to say, okay, well, we can't use that with Beyonce. Beyonce, the sales, the numbers. Cowboy Carter didn't sell as well as Le Renaissance. I think the ticket sales are going to be less than anticipated. Maybe whatever tickets, I don't know if there's some tickets that pre-sale tickets that come out or something like that in order to test the waters and see how it's going to do. They do some pre-sale tickets maybe. Whatever the case, I think that they're going to find out early on that this tour isn't going to do as well as the others because of the lack of ticket sales. One or both, or one, either Jay-Z, Beyonce, or Beyonce and some entities. Either way, there are some entities too who are backing, who are also in agreement with, I feel like, Beyonce for doing this tour. One of them, whichever one wants to do the tour, there are entities behind them that are also saying, do it. We need you to do this. It's a lot going on for all of us. We need Beyonce to distract us, to distract everybody. For some reason, this tour has to happen, I believe. Because with the Diddy stuff, a lot of them are tied up in it. And it's not going to look good once the Diddy trial starts in the spring. So this tour has to be rolling out for all involved parties. And Beyonce, you got to get out there and do your jig because you're caught up in all of this too. And you got to come and work your woo. Seems like things have gotten real for the industries in general. I think it's Beyonce who is behind doing the tour. I think Beyonce also is thinking like the corporations and entities that are backing them. Somebody is thinking like this might backfire because, for one, the Cowboy Carter album wasn't as successful. Two, read the room. With all that being said, if this tour is not immensely successful, then doing this will backfire. One moment. I'm sorry, I had a visitor. So, like I mentioned, I think it might be Beyonce who's like, trust me on this. My fans and the people that I influence will gobble it all up. She knows that she can depend on people to be distracted by her and her performance. This, I believe in the hopes and fears position. In all that Beyonce does, there is woo being woven in to anything that she does. In this case, the woo is a part of the performance. You know, we all get so mesmerized by the Beyonce of it all when she's performing, when she's on. That's a part of the woo. Even now, how people online are saying, yeah, Beyonce knows to roll out a tour around income tax time. And it's like, Beyonce, read the room, not now, but where do I buy my ticket? That's a part of the woo because it works. No matter what's going on, no matter how hard it is, people will show up for her. Now, maybe it's not I don't think it's going to be as much as it was, but that's what she's doing this for, to work the woo. The hopes is that the woo, not just the performance of it all, but the juju, I'm talking about real woo here, works in order to shield Beyonce and Jay-Z from any of the fallout that is coming this year. And the woo will woo. The High Priestess and the Magician. Beyonce will pull off a feat. People will say, in this climate, even if it wasn't as successful as the last one, in this climate, how she pulled that off, did that tour, and still was able to get people to come out despite everything that they have or should be focused on, shows and proves who the fuck this woman is. And I'm not just talking about an entertainer. Master of the craft in the way she practices it. Her respect in those circles will go through the roof. The Magician is the outcome. Sistren, I'm impressed. Because if they let you, then eat them. If they lay themselves on your altar, then consume them. They made themselves willing sacrifices. Hats off, sister. Who am I to judge? We've all got choices here. The Magician. Oh, the woo. Oh, the woo. Oh, the woo. Oh, the woo. The woo that's it. The woo that you do. The woo that you do, Bianca. This will be a ritual unlike the world has ever seen before. A ritual done in almost every city, in countries. I see them. I see her consuming you guys' energy, eating it, breathing it in, sucking it in. Just like on Hocus Pocus, because I'm an 87 baby, so don't come for me. Hocus Pocus is that girl, okay? It made me realize what I wanted to be in life. Honestly, it helped me realize who I was. It made me so comfortable in my skin because of how activated I felt when I watched it. I felt like I wasn't just watching a movie. I felt like I was watching my sisters. Anyways. For those of you who know, you know, when the sisters would make the potion in order to suck the life force out of the children, and they would make them drink the potion, and once their body starts glowing, that means that was their life force kind of detaching from them so that you can snatch it. And what they do, next thing you know, they be younger. More powerful, more younger, more powerful, more younger, more strength. She will suck from you. She will consume the life force out of all of you. Now, are you entertained? Because this is all for entertainment purpose, but every single one of you in attendance, every single one of you, it doesn't matter how much you say, I'm going to do my protection work. If you've made the decision to go, but do protection work, then your life force has already started to be sucked. And I'm just on the sideline like, eat, sis, eat. Shit. Because not I, but hey, everybody got to eat in this world. She will show the world. It does not matter what you do to take us down. You can take down Jay-Z, but I am powerful enough to save all of us. And the entities behind her are like, yes, save us, save us, save us. The NFL, save us, save us. Whatever other industries that we'll find out are corrupted because of this Diddy stuff. Save us, distract them, save us. And it's not just a distraction. That ain't just the woo. Oh no, oh no. The woo is the fact that she can depend on you. The woo is already done. But what's making her an OG is that despite everything going on involving you, your husband, directly, forget everything else going on in the world, but the stuff involving you and your husband, you're about to show them, Big Mama, I will make them overlook it all. And once I have them in my presence, I will woo them. What's behind that Ace of Wands? Because that's behind the Magician, darling. If they think they're not going to give me their coins, because there are some saying, Beyonce, why would you do this now? Beyonce, there are even some entities probably who don't agree wholeheartedly with doing this right now. She will show them because there's so many challenges. I think they think that Beyonce is a little maniac. She's a little psychopathic. And on this one, I think that they thought that she was crazy. Just, if this tour doesn't work the way it's supposed to, it could take you even farther down. It could destroy you. She will show them. I want to look into the High Priestess. In every place that she visits, when she leaves, she will have established something spiritual there. She would have left something behind or done something spiritually, marked her territory, so to say. But in every city, these are your energies that she will have collected. Going for more and more and more. Allegedly. I remember when I asked in my personal time about the sacrifices that Beyonce may or may not have had to make in order to get where she is. I asked, has she? And I got this card. Not only has she, but now she feasts. This is literally everywhere she goes, she does juju. Everywhere she goes, she does juju. Everything she does, there's juju. High Priestess, do nothing without intention. We do nothing without intention. I'm telling you this because I identify what this is. Do nothing without intention. Solange had that clip on her last album from a lady on YouTube, a hoodoo lady. Do nothing without intention. All right, I want to look into the devil because I think those are those entities that are getting behind them that are like, no, we need Beyonce to do this. They believe that Big B will come through and they will all benefit from her. Because she is like the sun rising on the horizon after the rider of death comes through to destroy them. Beyonce can help overshadow some of this with her light. And this is what entities know her for. It's almost as if a lot of entities partner with Beyonce so that if they're in a bind, they can call on her to pull them out of it because this is what she does. They believe Beyonce will save them from the brink of death. And not even just the brink, because there's some that have gone down, some that will go down. Beyonce seems like she will mitigate damage. And because of the rituals that she does with your energy, it's like mass sacrifices. That makes me want to look into the Six of Cups. When she puts on a show, she can depend on you guys to come and drink from her cup every time. Collecting your money as soon as you get it. For those of you who think it's intentional, when she rolls out her tours around income tax time, abso-fucking-lutely. It has nothing to, it's kind of a cutthroat thing, a savage thing, but something that you have to do if you want to be where she is. There's a way to, be ethically cutthroat in business where you just don't really work on a lot of emotion. And it's not that you do anything wrong, but people just feel like you're made of stone because it's just business, business, business. Now, you can also take it to the dark side and choose to be very cutthroat and savage and cunning with the way you handle yourself, because at this point you're already successful. This is greed and savage. No emotion involved when it comes to you all. Beyonce does not love you, and she does not need you guys anymore. She doesn't need you. You are her fans, whether you like it or not. And you like it, though. That's where the honey comes in. In honey spells, you use it to sweeten people, to make them very sweet and fond of you, to sweeten them up, even when they're a little sour towards you. That's where the honey comes in. I'm telling you because I know. What else you do with a honey jar? to sweeten a situation or a person. But what do I know? I'm just a little woo lady. And let me look at the Diddy stuff that's coming for them that has them so shooketh. They need a distraction for when the Diddy trial starts, because it's about to start in the spring. They're interested in seeing how it goes, but they need people to not be so focused on that. And that's where Beyonce comes in. This is all allegedly for entertainment purposes, and I hope you all were entertained. Love you, bye. And actually, there was one thing that I meant to do in that Beyonce reading. I forgot I brought my oracle cards out in order to pull an oracle card, because not only did I want to check the energy surrounding the tour, but I wanted to see what the divine had to say to Beyonce about her tour. So spirits, through the oracles, can you deliver a message to Beyonce about her tour? What is your message to Beyonce? Your dear, dear Beyonce. Not that she'd ever see this, but divine, what message would you have for Beyonce for her highest good surrounding her tour, the Cowboy Carter tour? One oracle card for Beyonce. Show the world the real you in reverse. Full moon in Aquarius. Beyonce. The spirits, I believe, are saying, you know, this is not the time to show the world the real you. Put on a show for the world. Because of Pluto in Aquarius and what it's doing to you and your friends and your associates, that's one of the reasons why you're doing this. Your pockets need it. Everybody's pockets need it. The distraction is needed. The energy is needed, the spiritual energy, in order to maintain their posture from karmic justice. This is not a condemnation, but it is a nod in your direction, I believe, Beyonce. The spirits say, we see you, I believe. Step out of your comfort zone in reverse. The South Node, because this is a North Node card, the South and North Nodes just switched. The North Node is now in Pisces. The South Node is now in Virgo. Now, even though this is a North Node card, the nodes are polar opposites. So I think the polar opposite of doing what you're used to doing, which is the South Node in Virgo, which is doing the Beyonce. You do the Beyonce very well. I think what you're supposed to be doing is more Piscean, and that is withdrawing into the spiritual realms within. It's time for everybody to be more focused on their connections with the divine, on their personal spirits. It's a very 12th house ruled energy, Pisces. And so it's isolated, it's withdrawn, it's hidden, and it's a high vibrational spiritual. We're supposed to be searching for something deeper meaning to life, deeper meaning to the divine, deeper meanings to the universe, deeper meanings to how we as human beings connect to all of that. I believe the spirits say we see you. Now, love you guys. Bye.